Hello dear friends, I'm going to make cupcakes today, and this is also very nice to make them before Christmas, although not now of course, although you can freeze them in. So where we're going to start with is the butter, and I know I've got about 125 grams, and our packages, I know it's in the UK it's the same, but in the United States it's different, and maybe in Australia and New Zealand, I don't know where you come from. Welcome. So what I'm gonna do, I take half because I know this is half of the, and I'm going to put, because it's not really soft, I am going to put this was not supposed to happen. so it will be easier for the butter to become homogeneous with the rest. So I'm going to do it this way. Now I'm going to weight the sugar in it, and I need this, so I will do that. And like I said, it's 1 to 1 to 1. So I put, it's not on grams, yes or no. I'm also going to use 125 grams of caster sugar. Now in Holland we have, as I already told, if you've watched more of my films, we've got mosterdsuiker, but we are the only country in the world who has that. So we're going to put it back, and I will put a little bit of salt in it to counterbalance the sugarness, which of course there goes a little sugar in it. And now we have to wait, that it comes beautiful and light and fluffy, and then we will, one per one, we will add the egg, because every time you have to wait for one egg to be dissolved in the dough, in the batter, and when it's gone you put the next one in, and if it starts to split you just already put a little bit of flour in it, because we don't want it to split, because the better the emulsion is, the better it's solved, the better your cakes will be. I also want to tell you that it's very important that you sometimes take the, how is it called, this thing, and then you really put it down again, and then you start it again until you can see now that the sugar hasn't dissolved in the butter. So we have to go on until we have a beautiful batter. The table is also thrilled about my making cupcakes, as you can see. Just put everything down. Yeah, you see it's now changing. It's becoming more homogeneous. That is the way to pronounce it. And now I'm going to lower the speed, and then I will put one egg in it. Oops! Now we are going to wait for the egg to be incorporated in your batter. I think I need to put it down again. And I think when my sons were young, I was in England and we went to a castle, and afterwards we had tea in that castle, which was more like a ruin, but it's gorgeous if you tell stories about knights. And the lady told me there, just put a little bit of flour in it when it starts splitting. So that's precisely what I'm going to do. My butter wasn't warm enough. It's very good if you want to make cupcakes. You put the butter a few hours before that, not when it's 40 degrees outside, but when it's cold you should take it, that it really becomes, now I want to show you that it looks like this. And now I'm going to put my other egg in. Maybe it goes a little bit slower, otherwise it will go to the walls. Super! Yeah, it's splitting again. So what I'm gonna do, so it won't only happen to other people but also to me, and I think I've made thousands and thousands of cupcakes. Oops! Because I would also do for children birthday parties, and all the children were allowed to decorate 2 cupcakes, and then I would have a beautiful box which they also could decorate, and then they would go home very happy. So it's splitting, so I'm gonna put, but I'm going to do it like this. I have a whole package, so what I'm gonna do now is that I have 0, I have have to do this out. 0. And then I know I have, so I'm taking out, and it's going to be also 125 grams. So I think I have now 35, so I can only put 90 in again. And of course I'm doing it very slowly for my dear friends on the other side of the camera. But this is really very, very quick. You can also make it in advance and put it in the fridge, and then you just scoop with an ice scooper. You just put, that's what I normally do, but I can't find my ice cube spoon. Don't know precisely how it's called. So, and now, zoop. Lot of air. So, I'm still 60, got 60, so now I'll lot, it's a mist of flour. So, and I'm going to put a little bit of baking powder in, a little bit. You don't have to use, of course, cake flour is sometimes even finer than normal flour, but you don't need self-raising flour because it gets old when it's on the cupboard. And it says on the package, if you want to use normal flour and you add the baking powder, the little package is for, I think, 500 grams of flour. So, even kijken, how far am I? Yes, that's going to be it. So I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla extract in it. And I love some lemon. I've washed it, so I'm now going to put a little bit of doesn't come a lot up. Okay. So this is just for about 14, 12 cupcakes. So we don't want it to be too lemony. So I'm going to make sure it's really all connected, and then I will put it in the cupcake papers. And then I think somewhere this week I will also put some Christmas decoration on it, so you can make gorgeous festive table or as a dessert. And what you could also do is, if you have a lot of small children, not too small, or you just put an older child with it, you can put all kind of water with icing, sugar and color in it, and you give every child a cupcake, and then they can decorate it, and they will be very sweet and silent for a few hours. So this is going to be it. And now I'm going to show you how I do it, just like that. Don't fill them all, just, and please try to do them about the same. So this is not enough. Just try to feel how much you put in. And you will be surprised how much it will come up. This is how it's about to look. And then you might think, oh God, it looks really scratchy. But it doesn't matter. It will really lie down, relax, and become a beautiful cupcake. And this is how they are supposed to look. And I just forgot that you had to preheat the oven. I had them on 200. Yeah, you can do some also a little bit lower. There will be a little bit less like mountain on it, but it will taste very nice. So please preheat the oven to 200. I have conventional, and if you want to use it by fan, you have to reduce it by about 20 degrees. So 180. Please try.